by things that were out of their control. So it's not the things that happen to us, it's how we respond to them. You know, you could have been an angry man, but instead, replanted yourself in this community. You could have left, but instead you're mothering all of these other children. And that's, this morning in the synagogue, that's what we studied. We studied, you know, in the 5 books of Moses, we call it the Torah. The central book is Leviticus, where all the tough laws are. And the center of Leviticus is this chapter 19. We call it the Holiness Code. And in it says, Kedoshim tiyu ki kedoshani. You will be holy, God says to us, because I am holy and I am you. And I am in you. And never ever forget that. And so it says these laws, and it goes on, and it says all these laws, and it's laws that you go, duh, you know? It says if you have a day worker, pay him that day, because obviously he needs the money. It also says if you have a day worker, you better pay him, and it says it very clearly. Not a minimum wage. It says pay him a living wage. You know, and so these laws in the Torah, they're where we think, what did we have to write these down for? It says, love the stranger. Well, of course. You know, it says, if you do unto others what you don't want, don't do unto others what you don't want them to do unto you. I mean, it's clear. If you don't want people blowing up your family, don't blow up mine. You know? I mean, it's all of this stuff that is so common sense. It makes sense. So the rabbis say, why write it down?
Yes.
What do we need to write it down for? Because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we forget who we are. Sometimes we forget we are channels for God's presence on this earth. And it is not okay that it is so unequal. It is not okay to say what we have done to each other. It's just not. And so, one of the things, though, it's so perfect that here we are in this garden, because one of the great laws in this portion that we studied this morning is if you have a field and you plant that field, you better keep the corners of your field for the poor.
Yes.
It doesn't belong to you. I don't care if you own that land. I don't care if you've planted every seed. It's not yours anymore because the corners belong to the hungry.
To the hungry.
The corners belong to the homeless.
Yes.
The corners belong to those who need to be lifted up out of poverty and given away to support themselves.
Yes.
So that every human being knows that they have infinite worth. Every human being is given the kind of dignity that gives every one of us a chance, no matter what happens to us in our lives, to respond in the holiest ways possible, so that we can be not part of the problem, but part of the solution. So that we can be part of the peace that I know we all seek. And we remember, because that's what every one of these laws is about. If there's no justice, there'll be
no peace. No peace.
If there's no justice,
there's no justice.
No peace. So God bless all of you for showing up today. It's just about sometimes showing up. So Ramona, anytime you tell me to show up, I'll show up.